So when it comes to the rig tying, obviously everyone has their own favourite rig material and things like that they like to use. I've got a couple of mine here. In certain situations I'm fishing in, I might want to use slightly different things. But my basics and where I start off with is a bit of coated braid and just a bit of fluorocarbon. You see a lot of people overcomplicating rigs with swivels on the lines, bits of jingly jangly bits as we like to call it, interfering with what's going on. Keep your rig simple and concentrate more where you put in your rig rather than what you're tying on. So we'll show you what I like to use now. We'll start off with a soft braid. Just take a length of that. And a lot of people will strip the coated material off and to make it supple. And like I said earlier, you'll find with the pots on shats, what will happen is you'll reel in when you're coming up for dinner or nothing, after catching nothing, and your rigs are all tangled up where they've been chasing it around the bottom, and it all ends up concertinaed up, and your rig's ineffective anymore. So to get around that, just leave it completely stiff all the way through. Don't take any coating off. I'm just going to do a simple hair rig. So we'll start off with the loop on the end, and we'll cut that off. And we'll take a nice bit of silicone tubing, and literally just taking probably 2 mil of silicone, and we'll thread that on the line. And we'll take that up to near the loop end. From there, take your hook of choice. A couple of my favourites are the Palatrax grips or the Ace hooks, which I think you struggle to get nowadays, but a good old faithful of mine. And from there what we're doing is we're going to put the hook through the silicone tubing, but make sure you're hooking up towards the loop. And we'll just kick that round to there. And then we'll set your hair length. And one of the things we do here is we'll fish a longer hair than you see most people fishing. We find that's far more effective than fishing a short hair here. So if we take one of our hook baits, these are the A2 wafters, very effective here. So for now, just getting a rough idea of how long our hair should be. And you'll see from here, there's a good separation between the bait and the hook. And what that allows to do, it allows the hook to have plenty of movement. And at any point, that hook bait can't impede the hook point. And then from there, it's just your simple knotless knot. And we'll wrap away from the join. And it's very important. I see a lot of people making the mistake that when they're putting the line back through the hook, they'll go from the point side to the back end. And you want to make sure that you're always going back through the same way, back through the back of the hook. And that gives your line the right angle of pull. And ensures that hook wants to turn over every time. And from there, we can decide on how long you want your actual rig to be. Now in certain situations, if I'm fishing on a softer bottom in a bit of silt, I might fish the rigs a little bit longer. But my normal thesis will just be to lay it on my hand. And I want the rig to be about hand length, which will be about 6 or 7 inches. So from there, I'll take that and we'll just tie the overhand loop. We'll trim that tag end off. So that there is as complicated as it needs to be. Nice long hair, giving that hook plenty of movement. We'll just check to make sure that hook wants to turn over in your hand. And every time you can see that hook wants to catch. Turns over very quickly, that bit of silicone up the shank of the hook, kicking it over.